Everybody, welcome back to Zombie Squads. My name is Turbo, and today we're going to be talking about what happened within the years of Treyarch's Call of Duty Zombies that made us ask the question, what were they thinking? If you have more ideas and you think I missed something that you, the community, has said to Treyarch Zombies, what were you thinking? Let me know in the comment section below and I'll make a follow-up video talking about your comments. Also, if you guys would be so kind to click that subscribe button and click that bell icon to keep up to date with all the Zombie Squads content that will be pouring out to you guys in the near future, it will be much appreciated. Now on to the first concept to when the community said to themselves, what were they thinking? It was when we first got introduced and we first got our hands on the VR-11. The VR-11 is a wonder weapon within Call of Duty Zombies and was introduced to us on March 17th, 2011 in Call of the Dead. The VR-11 is a head scratcher to most of the community and young zombie players that just started playing zombies because of the rare features this gun upholds. Not everyone has gotten the chance to use the VR-11, and in my opinion, let's keep it that way. The VR-11 is a wonder weapon that when you shoot a cartridge out of it, the zombie affected turns into a human. A full-on human. Now many people could be saying, oh, there's a cure. Group 935 has a cure to bring back the evil that is zombies. Treyarch went nowhere with that theory, and in fact they just left the VR-11 to be a wonder weapon that just turns zombies into humans and those humans to act as a monkey bomb. When you're playing Call of the Dead, you're not gonna want the VR-11 unless you're doing the Easter egg. On the Easter egg, you're gonna need the VR-11 to shoot a zombie and turn into the human until you get the golden rod. Now you're not gonna want the VR-11 when you're just playing with your friends or you're just going for a solo high round. You're gonna want the scavenger, the commando, the regular ray gun, but you're never going to want the VR-11. If you go on Call of the Dead and you're playing and you're like, oh, I goddamn 45,000 points, not even the fucking VR-11 yet, you're a rare breed, my friend. Now, the VR-11 wonder weapon Pack-a-Punch, if you shoot George Romero, it will calm him down permanently if there is no water source around you. Now, I guess that's a good thing. Now, if you have the VR-11 Pack-a-Punch and you shoot him in the water, he will actually disappear for a couple rounds, so I guess also, that's good too. However, the VR-11 is a shit wonder weapon, and by far, in my opinion, the worst wonder weapon in Treyarch Zombies history, and I feel like they just threw whatever they can to make this weapon unique, but all I can say is, what were they thinking? The second thing that I assume made the community ask the question, what were they thinking, is simply the map Die Rise. All of Jimmy Zielinski's maps in Black Ops 2, in my opinion, were maps that had great ideas, but really poor execution. The map is just a confusing maze in general, and you are bound to fall off the map or die from fall damage 95% of the time, no matter how much a pro you think you are in zombies. Still to this day, I play with friends, and I set myself up to fall onto a platform nice and easy, but somehow I mess up once again and fail completely. When they were designing the elevator system, what were they thinking? When they were designing the jumping jacks, what were they thinking? When they were designing the Easter egg for this fucking holy shit map, what were they thinking? The point being is that Die Rise is an okay map to play with friends and just to joke around with. However, to play this map seriously or try to do the Easter egg on this map, you either have to be really high or you just have to down a bottle of Bacardi Black Cherry to even handle this map. Now on to my next point. On to the next one. You guys probably saw this one coming, and I knew I couldn't leave this one out, which is the Denizans from the best man-made map in the world, Transit. Transit is a map that the community has raved over and spoke openly about to Jason Blundell and the Zombies team at Treyarch, and we got so much information on why this map has flopped and why it is a torturous map to play as of today. However, I am not talking about the whole map this time as I was about Die Rise. I am talking about a major part of this map, which is the little shits that decide to plop on your head when you want to just go outside and get yourself some jug, which are the fucking Denizans. The Denizans are a bunch of annoying pieces of shit that help you in no way, shape, or form. Oh, okay, yes, they can help you by teleporting you in places. If you can have them latch on your head, get you blood red, and help them make a teleporter for you to jump in on and land in a random fogged up place on the map only for you to get killed in 20 seconds. Treyarch had so many ideas for Transit and so many game modes for this map, but had little to no time to produce them. That is why we have a map in which we have today that looks like a map with shit thrown in on it and confusing mechanics only to get you killed. The denizens only come at you in places that are fogged up, and they cannot get you if you're in a place that is clear of fog. However, that is only 35 to 40% of the map. Simply, Treyarch, what were you thinking? Or just maybe we can ask the question, why? Why would you create such an annoying creature that feels like a hemorrhoid? It's always up your ass. The denizens, you can never shake them off no matter how many Bowie knives or Galvin knuckles you buy. It is just a disgusting thing, and I'm so happy you are never, and I mean never, going to bring them back, because oh, if you do, Treyarch, I will fucking come down to Santa Monica and I will raise hell on whoever does that. Somehow they rose their hand in the meeting and said, you know what, how about denizens? Oh, I will hurt someone. I will hurt someone if they come back to Black Ops 4. I will hurt someone. I will severely injure someone. I'm honest. I'm not even saying this for a video. I'm done. I will hurt someone. Moving on. The next thing in which I personally ask the question, what were they thinking, is the bone step on Revelations. May I just add that I'm not even going to go so in depth with this topic because a fellow zombie YouTuber known as Radawson27 has talked to Jason Blundell himself about this step, and he said this.
The bone step.
Yes.
What was going on with that? What was at least the thought process between giving us like next to no hints, or maybe there were hints that we completely missed in the Revelations Easter egg? Many players were very frustrated that became shoot a random rock that looked like the rest of the rocks.
Yep. So for Revelations, we kind of got to a point where in previous kind of steps, Easter egg steps, we really kind of laid down visual and other kind of clues going forwards. Right. So there was a kind of real logical progression through stuff. But as part of the kind of whole zombie mentality, and one of the things that I'm interested in is challenging and changing stuff and then seeing reactions and results to things. It's really easy kind of in retrospect or from an outside point of view to say, well, that made no sense.
Of course.
But here's the thing, you've got to try those things, you've got to do different things to find out what works, what doesn't work. The decision to kind of do the bones and to do kind of a random shot was out of interest on, you know, how are people going to be moved and what are they going to experience and see in searching for that step. So it's less about the step itself, but by giving a space in the Easter egg quest, I saw, because I would ask my guys to kind of be sending these things through, different routes of exploration.
Of course.
And that's what I was interested in. So it was actually less about the actual shot. Like it could have been go and press X on a wall that had nothing on it. It really didn't matter. But I was interested on putting in a step which wasn't signposted, it wasn't communicated in any way, and then see what the community and see how people reacted to it. And again, there's things in other maps where a cynical eye or a critical eye could say, well, why do that? Why not just do the thing you did before that worked? Of course. It's not about that for me, nor, you know, narratively or gameplay wise. It's about how does the team create different emotions and reactions. Sometimes that emotion and reactions will be frustration. Sometimes it's kind of pleasure and delight. Sometimes, you know, one man's pleasure is another man's poison, right? Yes. That is a continual experimentation. So that's the motivation behind it. And it's something that I wouldn't change. It's something that I will continue to do as well into the future, which is, because for every one where people say, well, that was frustrating, I wouldn't do that. There's the thing where they say, that's amazing. That looked just as crazy when it was being proposed as the other one. Right. It's only in hindsight or retrospect that you say, well, I don't like that one. Of course. But we have to find that stuff.
I'm not going to go further on about this, but when I first completed this Easter egg, I 100% said, what were you thinking, Trey? Like, honestly, there was so many rocks on that map that look like every other single rock, and we have to go and find which ones to shoot. But as you heard, they want us to go around the map. They want us to flow around and discover each environment throughout the map. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Revelations, it was a map that, you know, many people can say that it flopped. It didn't really, you know, it didn't really give the people what they really wanted as a map. However, Treyarch had the right thing in mind. However, many people could say that, you know, what were they thinking with the Easter egg steps? And I'm one of them. Let me calm down before I get a hemorrhage while I'm making this video. Moving on to one of my last things I want to talk about that made us ask the question, what were they thinking? Is the blowing up the Earth at the end of the moon Easter egg. Blowing up the Earth was by far the craziest thing to happen in Call of Duty Zombies besides blowing up the moon in DENIZANS. For storyline experts in the zombies community now seeing the events of Black Ops 2 and the confusion that the storyline has brought after getting introduced to the transit crew, so many other things Treyarch could have done besides blowing up the Earth. After Moon, we were left in shock and we were all questioning what is gonna happen next and what was gonna happen to our crew, but only to slowly realize the transit crew will be introduced to us and some way, somehow, 4 survivors of 3 huge fucking missiles containing 115 we're gonna be safe and sound on the Earth. Blowing up the Earth led to a whole season of Black Ops 2 and Victor's trying to construct the polarization devices for Maxis, and many people can say that this was not fun nor entertaining for zombie fans. Blowing up the Earth was simply and still is a head scratcher for zombie fans and longtime zombie theorists, and if there was one thing fans would love Treyarch to take back, it would be them from not blowing up the Earth, because as you can see, it led people to still have theories on what is actually going to happen and what did happen to the Ultimus crew on the moon when we did blow up the Earth. Now, we do now know in the timeline that Maxis took the Samantha's soul and brought it to Agatha, but then that Samantha saw the evil that was corrupting Maxis. She went through a freaking polarization. No, she didn't actually. She went through a time loop, or she went through a portal to go to the origins of the Dimension 63. I'm losing my breath. I have no clue what I'm talking about because this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching another Zombie Squad video. I've been having so much fun making these videos for you guys on Zombie Squads. In this video, I was working on for a long time, getting the gameplay and just in general writing down facts, you know, what actually made us think and say to ourselves, what were they thinking? Because Treyarch has done a lot in the time of like 8 years, more than 8 years now, of making Treyarch Zombies. It's going to be the 10-year anniversary with quote-unquote Black Ops 4, the 10-year anniversary of Call of Duty Zombies from Treyarch. They better do something really, really good. However, they always end up making us great zombie maps, so you know what? I'm not going to complain. But guys, I hope you have a really, really great Tuesday. I had a lot of fun times making this video. Guys, click the like button or subscribe for all my videos like this on Zombie Squads. I'm Turbo, and I will see you guys in the next one.